All right, we're back today with a CR21. Yep, been a minute. Figured I'd start off with a bang. These are from the parts that I brought in from South Africa a very long time ago, like 10 plus years, and starting to get them ready to sell. But I thought you guys might want to see how to take one down to clean it and put it back together so you didn't break nothing, hopefully. Because you got to remember, on these guns, this plastic is 30 plus years old, so be very gentle because I can't replace what you break if you break something on these. All right, no scope on it, of course, and you know, if you got your scope, you're probably going to want to take it off, but only if you're going to try to take the action out of the plastic. Normal field stripping cleaning is take this off, pull the bolt carrier out, clean everything, run a patch of board swab down it, and then put it back together. Unless you're doing it just like a full sonic clean or something, you probably would not take this barreled action out of the stock just because of the pain in the ass it is to get it back together. All right, start with, flip it over. You have to get that latch to unlatch so you can pull the top cover back. So I'll just take a screwdriver. This is your lock. And that goes forward. All right, and then you'll see a little line right there. Put the tip of your blade on there, and you want to push slight down and back, and don't go crazy here. Okay, see how that just popped open, made that seam, just like that. Stand it back up. Now on this, going in and coming out, pull straight back. Do not pick up on the back, because you can and you will snap that off, or even worse, that off. If those go, you know, you're duct taping this thing together, because like I said, I don't have spare top covers. All right, that's out of the way. Now on each of these guns, there's a cleaning kit in here. This is your cleaning rod. It nests in that hole and goes up to the side. And then at the very back here, you'll see a string. You pull that out, and there's your cleaning kit. Okay, so standard glue, take out the op rod, take out the bolt and the carrier, and there's your bolt, there's your carrier. Strip it down, clean it, take your cleaning rod, do a patch, chamber brush, whatever, blow it out, and yeah, that's pretty much all you're going to get into for a basic cleaning. Now for the more of a pain in the butt scenario, to take it down to where you can pull this out and clean it, you're going to have to, one, unscrew your flash hider, because there is a bushing in here that this will not go past. Okay, got that off. 3mm screws. I broke my speed one, so you'll just have to bear with me with a standard Allen wrench. But just take that, loosen these two screws. Okay. Yeah, I missed my speed deal here, but it'll be alright. Alright. Now, come here to the rear. Take your flat tip. You want to lift this up because it's locked on both sides in the plastic. Just raise that up and take it out. At the rear, there's your sling swivel that also acts as a retaining pin for the action. Raise this little clip up, little spring-loaded clip, and just take it out. So it locks in just like that when it's in the gun. Okay? Then you want to stand this up and just do that and pull it out. So that's what it looks like when you get it out of there. Okay? And if you're going to do the gas tube, it's double capture on this gas tube. Okay, it's pinned right here, and even if you take the pin out, this gas tube will not, it can't go any further back than that front trunnion right there. So it will hang, and you can't just slide it out the back. So the way I like to do it, take your tension off of your 4 screws. Well, if I can get the stupid Allen wrench in there. Okay. Alright, take these 4 screws out. Okay, and lift it up. Now there is a back and a front to this. The radius goes to the rear, kind of matches that radius you see in the bottom of the sight block there, right in there on both sides. And of course flat is flat to the front. Okay, set that there. Now push the pin out. Should come out pretty easy, just like that. Then you can slide your gas tube to the rear. And see what I was saying? That's as far back as you can get that, so you can't slide it out to the rear. You have to take all this off. Alright. Take this, set it over there. Like I said, you can... Hang on, we got noise abatement issues. There we go. My camera guy figuring it out. Alright, so like I said, here's your gas tube. Single set of ports, those go back up, and a ding on the bottom for the pin to lock it in. And now you're down to clean it however you want to clean it. You know, wipe it off, oil it up, and put it back together. It's pretty much reverse of what I've shown you. Like I said, I like to stick that all the way in, turn that straight up, slide it. You got the 2 dowel pins here at the rear. Walk it back. And well, temperamental today. There we go. Just to kind of make sure it's flush up against the both sides of the receiver there. Take your tube all the way forward, and when you start this pin, it can be a little off center. So there you go. Once it's on center, it just pushes right on through, just like that. It's that easy. All right. Remembering we're at the back. Now when you tighten this clamp down, see how that's different? You kind of want it equal pressure on there so it stays center. It's not like it's really going anywhere no matter what you do, but I like to kind of equal it out. Alright, just hand snug it down, just like that. And then just do a quick little cross torque, nothing spectacular. I'm sure there's an inch-pounds on this thing, but I'll just do it by feel. There we go. Crisscross torque, back and forth. All right, we are good. All right. Now, a lot of people ask me, you know, on the CR21, what the A means. Now, this is my post sample, of course. It's got the happy button pin thing there on it. Basically, CR21, you know what that is. A is for America. And what I did originally, when they converted these, they took a standard Galil receiver and machined these ears off and a bunch of other stuff and left some rivet holes in the bottom and the trigger, or the trigger guard rivet and the pistol grip nut and the thumb safety. There's a lot of holes in it. So these are 80%ers that I machined just for the CR21s. No rivet holes, no ears to start with, and a couple other little nudges to make them easier to go together. All right, that's all that is. You know, just differentiate between being a true CR21 and being a clone, or whatever you want to call this. But yeah, now the fun stuff. Putting this back together, because mine is a post sample. Gotta unlock that. Put your thumb on the hammer, pull the trigger, let the hammer go forward. Take your stock. And then what we got to do is, this is your actuator for the trigger. This is the trigger bar, trigger rod. So we got to line that up all the time while we're wiggling this thing in and putting it back together. Okay, through the bushing hole at the front, slot your charging handle, come on forward. Okay, and it should go in more or less like that. Sometimes it wants to be a pain in the ass, sometimes it wants to go easy. But a quick way to check to see if you caught that rod into that actuator is simply, see there? It's actually moving. Push it back forward, grab your pin, raise your lock, push it on through, squeeze that together and make sure you get it, hear that little click when I twisted it? It just takes a little squeeze and it'll catch that, and it's in position. You can feel it right there. All right, going back with this, same thing, reverse is assembly, except you have to set that down. Do it again so you can see these little ears clamshell this top together. Okay, just like that. That's the reason you take that off, because if you pull it out, it tends to start stripping these edges off right here, and then it'll get looser and looser where that spreads out. I don't think it changed a whole lot of function, but it's just a little detail. You know, years from now, I'll let whoever gets it after I'm gone, they can tear it up if they want to. Okay. And again, don't go all gonzo crazy. It is a 3mm Allen wrench. And do that right there. Screw this back on. And it does have wrench flats on it, so whatever you do, please don't put a screwdriver in between these grooves here, the prongs. Most likely you will shatter a prong off. So just I believe it's 11/16 or an adjustable, and just give her a little torque there. You don't have to go crazy on that either. All right, bolt and carrier. Of course, all the guns have got K and S's on them just because. And I'm looking at getting some spring-loaded firing pins for all the newer ones that I got coming along. All right, so lock your hammer down, put that in, put your op rod in. Now, not like a standard Galil when you put the top cover on, because you're not doing that. Just slide it on in there and seat it. Again, when you put this on, you'll probably have to start on one side and pull it, because this is kind of sprung inward, so it keeps tension on the sides of the receiver. So just start it, slide it slightly forward, make sure your safety is sitting basically like that. If it's down here, it's going to get caught under there, and you could break this pretty easy. I've broke one already. So just kind of nudge it. Watch out for these right here. There we go. And she popped right in. Should be close to that line on the top cover to the rear of this base. All right. Now, here we go again. Squeeze the sides. Hit it with the heel of your hand. And there's your catch locked in. It just barely catches right across there. Push on this lock, one click, and you're in. All right, CR21. This at the rear is not your safety. That is a selector only. If it's a post sample, it's a selector only. In your case, you know, semi-auto, it's semi-auto in both positions. This is your safety. It's a crossbar safety. You see red, you shoot. You don't see red, you're not going to shoot. Okay, can't even pull the trigger. There you go. All right, now for everybody who's asked the question, what's with the magazines? Galil, these R4 mags are cut at a slightly more aggressive angle across here, so they go right in. The steel mags have got like stamping grooves across here. You can take a Dremel and clear them off and kind of replicate that, and your steel mag should work no problem. Otherwise, they're going to kind of drag when they go in and out, so that's part of the problem. Loading these is real simple. Put it all the way to the bottom of the pistol grip, push in, and there you go. Okay, to get them out, don't even touch the magazine. Just hit the bottom of that, sweep that, and the mag's gone. Reload. Like I said, in, lock, tap it. Don't hold on to the magazine when you let it out. You're messing with it. It's got basically a spring action there, so if you hold on to it, you can get them out, but they hang at the front. Just that. That's all you got to do.